Hello guys and girls, boom! Got a little album to share with you. I could tell you a lot of stories about this, but I'm not going to bore you with all my family history because obviously that is of no interest to you, but this contains things that really evoke a lot of memories because it starts in 1978. I've just got to pull over some empty plastic sheets. I don't want to. There we go. In the album. So it's only because I've taken photographs out of this album, and because the photographs have not only got the cars in, but have got us in. Yes, it's all the tax discs from all the cars we've ever owned. Sit up at the back, don't go to sleep. I'm just going to flick through them quietly and tell you a couple of little stories. And it's only going through these that help me remember some things. We were already married by 78, and this car, EPG 757J, was our first family car after buying our house because we couldn't afford a car at the beginning, and it was an Austin Countryman, beige. Thought you might like to know that. Other stories about cars, which this evokes, and that is my favourite all-time car that we've ever owned was actually a Series 3 Land Rover, and it was green and cream, short wheelbase. It was lovely. Steering, you know, like that, you know, like an old bus, all over the place. Yeah. Handbrake right up through the roof. Put your foot on the brake. Something happened in 3 weeks. Yeah, it was good. I loved it. Real adventure that was. Driving it through the lanes of Pembrokeshire. Yeah. Beautiful coastlines, Pembrokeshire. Most beautiful in the world that I've seen. Been to a few places. Not a lot, but a few. But Pembrokeshire is beautiful. Their coastline. There we go. Other vehicles, I've driven steamroller. Yeah, you get really dirty driving one of them, so you've got to be prepared. Pair of overalls on for that job. Loved it though. There we go. Tax discs. Let's just have a quick look at cost. For 12 months for a step through Honda 50 was £5. So it's £5 a year for a Honda 50. And you could ride that on L-Plex, I believe. You didn't have to take your test in any, there was no limits to how long you drove it without an L-plate on for. And if you passed your test, then you could take somebody on the back as well. And for 4 months, because you could get it at 4 months at a time, and for a car, this is a 1275cc engine, was £18.35. By the time we got to 1990, the tax was £100 a year. So 36, that's 72. So from about £72 a year to about £100 a year. Okay. Notice on these tax discs, the only security thing on here is that embossed lettering at the top. It says something DVLC. I'm not sure what else it says in there, but it's embossed. And then, of course, you've got an issue number. And so we've also, at this point, it looks like we've got the silvery sheen now. We went from matte colours to a bit of a sheen. And then we had a bit of, well, we'll see that in a minute when we come over. You can see it's got a little bit of a sheen on it. That's not a reflection of the plastic. There's still just a little bit of a sheen on it here. How much is it now? 6 months, 74.25. That's 140, about £150 for a year. Gone up a bit. Oh, yeah. Okay. F412FKJ. Oh dear. Look what happened to that one. Say no more. Oh, yeah. nobody was injured in the making of that photograph. Well, barely anyway. Got a bit of a sore neck, I can tell you that, but there we are. Okay, we're up to 1999. Oh my word, where have we gone from? 1978 to 1999. 21 years. Gosh. Wow. Wow. I'll put this card behind this piece of watercolour paper because then you can see the discs better. There's some cars, but some of these are works vehicles. Mr. Subtail work vehicles at different times. He worked on some of them. Did I tell you that right at the beginning? I don't know. I'm on a retake. So I can't remember whether I've told you or not. Here we go. Some modern security. We're in 2005 and we've got some foil here, foil strips there and there. We've also got a barcode, and that's the first time we've seen a barcode come in as well. Look. Yay. And a year's tax, private light goods, 12 months, £110. So it must have been a different size engine. Okay, here we go. This is my last car. Bought it new in 2006. Remeber Sport Tourer Ink Blue. Lovely car. Not my most favourite of all. It was the Land Rover for that, but I loved it, and when it went, which it did when I gave up driving because I had to, I cried. And it wasn't because I had to give up my driving licence, it was because I had to give up my car. If I could have just put it in the garage and left it there, I probably would have done. There we are. The garage is full of stuff, that's why. There we are. Lots of hobbies between us. There we are. Still HY 06LTZ, the Remeber Sport Tourer. And there's also a second car in there somewhere. X-Reg. That was a Megane hatchback. Okay. We're coming up to the end of these because eventually, they're on both sides now because and the last one and the one before that, so they're on both sides. Sorry about that. I forgot that. Ready? That they go from there. Flip over now. That one. Flip over. That one. Flip over. Yeah. They tell a story, don't they? There's lots of information on these, and they do tell a bit of a story, but memory lane and all that. There we are, the other side. Okay, here we go. Just a couple of pages to go. Flick it over. Last page. And then the tax disc went out of fashion. The government decided that you still need to pay your car tax, but you didn't need a tax disc. And what we've all said for years, I don't know how you feel about it, we always said, well, why don't they just put the tax on the fuel, and the people that are using the vehicle the most are paying the most tax because they're using the road the most. But hey, what do we know? We're not politicians. There we go. Anyway, this last little thing is quite funny, and I wanted to share it with you because when my last car went, I cried, as I said, and I asked my Mr. TenBob, hubby, to nick these off of it for me before it went. I thought I could make a pair of earrings. What do you think? Yeah, I know. Oh, I wish I'd said to take the one off the bonnet. The one off the bonnet was like that compared to those. It was beautiful, and I wished I'd had that, but hey, too late now. But yes, so that was my last car, and I don't know when it went. I can't remember, but I think it was about 5 years ago now. Hey, I'm not complaining. There we are. So I hope you enjoyed that little journey. with me down my memory lane. And if you've got any collection that isn't coin related that you would be happy to share, because it would be interesting to see, because this collecting business is a little bit of a bug, and you know, we can't help ourselves. We've got all sorts of stuff, and this is one of my favourite all-time collections because it tells us the story basically of my married life, you know. And so I was married before then, but there's a whole load of history that you can attach to the vehicles, the photographs that go into this album as well. It's a story that nobody else might not be interested in it, hey, but to me these things are important. And Mr. TenBob pulled my leg for many a year about saving all sorts of odd bits and pieces, and when it came to it, you know, I don't know if it's worth anything because they're not old tax discs. There's nothing in there really old. Do you know what I mean? It's no classic car sort of stuff, is there? 1978 can't be classed as a classic car yet, because you still have to pay tax, I think, after 1971, something like that. Anyway, just a guess. Yeah. So anyway, as I say, if you've got a collection, or if you've collected other things over the years and you'd like to share it with me, in the notes below, in the comments below. If you don't want to make a video, that's fair enough, but put it in the comments below, because I find it fascinating, and how you can link that to your own story is, to me, is a sort of little treasure, really. And certainly now, as my memory isn't as good as it was, well, history in the making. Your company is always appreciated. I thank you very much. I've just got one last request, and that is a coin tuber is wanting just to boost up the numbers to get over 100 for a giveaway. It's to coin a phrase, so that's the number 2 and then coin a phrase, all joined up, no capitals and no spaces. So to coin a phrase, if you could go over for me, watch a video or two, and as I've said before, if you've got the time, do a bit of binge watching and catch up so you can get to know that coin tuber. Subscribe, hit the bell and the like button, and do it for me and say TenBob sent me. I'd really appreciate it, and that way I'm sharing the love and the luck that I've had from all you other coin tubers. Thanks very much. I'm going now. Take care until the next time. Bye bye.